Welcome in another edition of the Dirt Racing Podcast. Let's get started.
Some sad news to report. We just found out today that John Andretti lost his battle with colon cancer at the age of 56. John Andretti drove anything on wheels, some of the series he raced in: USAC, NASCAR, IndyCar, and RHRA. Rest in peace, John. Well, now we'll have more on John Andretti from Dave First, RTV6 Indianapolis, with this report.
If you were looking for John Andretti, the best place to find him was at a racetrack. He started karting at the age of 9 and in a sprint car by the time he was 20.
Are you going to use this as kind of a stepping stone toward bigger things in racing, maybe like Mike and Mario up in the Indy cars, or do you want to go any farther in racing?
Sure, I want to go, hopefully all the way to the top.
By the age of 25, with his father Aldo at his side, he was there. The Gold Coast IndyCar Grand Prix goes to John Andretti. His kart win came to Surfers Paradise in 1991, and at Indy, he ultimately ran in 12 Indy 500s, including races in 1991 and 92, where he ran against Mario and cousins Michael and Jeff.
I think we're always fighting to be better than the next one in the family, and that's something that keeps us all honest, as we say, where you just want to be better and better.
After doing double duty in 1994, racing in Indy and then Charlotte the same day, he may have ultimately found his most success in NASCAR, beating the likes of Dale Earnhardt and Jeff Gordon, who went for the legendary Cale Yarborough at Daytona in 1997.
I'd like to thank RCA, Goodyear, Ford, and all the people that have been involved. I mean, Cale Yarborough, put a lot of faith in me.
2 years later, he won for the great Richard Petty at Martinsville.
I told them boys, I said, we need to make a habit out of this.
But eventually, races became few and far between. He began to do a variety of appearances, including as an analyst for Trackside 6.
You've been great to us the entire weekend.
He also began something called the Race for Riley. Visits to Riley Hospital for Children meant so much, touched by the power of perseverance, followed by karting events, which raised big bucks over the many years.
This thing's getting bigger and bigger every year. I would imagine in a couple of years they'll have it at the Speedway. Is that right?
Well, the Speedway wanted us to come, but, we, not really. I mean...
But then came the devastating news in January of 2017. Stage 4 colon cancer. He said he never got checked, never had a colonoscopy, and all he could think about was his wife Nancy, daughters Olivia and Amelia, and son Jared.
Is this more difficult to watch in your family than it is for you to deal with this?
It's way harder to watch, because it's unfair to them. I've said it several times. It's unfair to them that I'm even in this condition, because this could have been prevented. Now, for me to go through it, it's my own fault, because I didn't get checked. I didn't get screened soon enough.
Do you blame yourself?
I do. Because I don't know why, but I do.
Just last year, John wrapping up his 23rd race for Riley and checks totaling around $550,000, all despite a number of clinical trials to battle his cancer.
You just got to keep going. The more you push, and even if it's hard to push, you got to just do it, because it takes your mind off it. Like today, I'm having a great day.
John Andretti had plenty of great days, battling on and off the track. Without question, the spirit of an Andretti, every step of the way.
You can sit and mope and do all the things you want to do that you think that you would expect to do. None of that's happened to me. I mean, a lot of it's because of my family around me. They just, if you do, you're losing, and nobody in his family wants to lose.
To see the full video, go to our Facebook page. Coming to the Southern Illinois Center in DeQuinn, Illinois. 2 great nights for the Shamrock Classic. On March 6th will be the first night for the Micros, where they'll have heat races and dashes leading up to their B mains on Saturday. Price for Friday night at the door will be $5, with kids age 5 and under free. Then on Saturday, you can still get your tickets for the race at shamrockclassicthecoin.com. When you buy a reserve ticket for $25, that includes a free t-shirt with purchase. The offer is only good through February 7th. And tickets can be general admission for 20 through ages 13 and up. Kids general admission tickets 6 to 12 are just $10, and kids 5 and under are free. You can get those tickets can still be purchased at the gate on race day. If you have a reserved seat, you can purchase a pit pass at the door. Racing on Friday night will start with hot laps at 6:30, and on Saturday, hot laps scheduled for 4 o'clock with the full midget program at micro B mains and A main. For more information, visit shamrockclassicdecoin.com and their Facebook page. Here are the Florida-Georgia racing schedule from the 31st of January clear to till February. Kicking off tomorrow night, the Lucas Oil Late Models in Brunswick, Georgia at Golden Isles Speedway. Live action on MAV TV. Same way with Saturday night. Will be the same time and place at Golden Isles. And it's also on MAV TV. February 3rd through the 8th. The 44th Annual Winter Nationals at East Bay Raceway Park for the Lucas Oil Late Models. And then they end up on February 9th at Lake City, Florida at All Tech Raceway. The 49th Annual Dirt Car Nationals will run February 4th through the 15th at Volusia Raceway Park. Tuesday night, the 4th kicks off the UMP Dirt Modifieds with an open sprint car practice, where Wednesday and Thursday, the 5th and 6th, the All-Star Circuit of Champions sprints, along with the UMP Modifieds. And then Friday night, the Knott's Energy Drink World of Outlaws sprint cars kick off their 2020 schedule till Sunday evening. UMP Modifieds will run quad 15s on Friday. Then the Gator qualifying will be on Saturday night, Group 1 and Group 2. And then Monday night, the Dirt Car Late Models, the 10th, will hit the Speedway with the Gator Championship. And then the 11th will be the Dirt Car Late Models and the Big Block Super Dirt Car Series. The 12th through the 15th will be the World of Outlaws Late Models kicking off resuming their season, and the Super Dirt Car Series. Then the 10th and 11th, back at East Bay Raceway Park, the All-Stars will be in action. And then the 12th through the 15th, the 360 sprint cars are in action there. For USAC, they'll be at the Bubba Raceway Park. For Midget Week is the 7th and 8th, and then the sprints a week later. That's been your look at Florida and Georgia racing weeks. Coming to the Southern Iowa Speedway on August the 10th, it's the 25th Annual Front Row Challenge, featuring 410 winged sprint cars and $20,000 to win. And the very next night, the Ultimate Challenge featuring 360s and non-wings. More information available at Oski Challenges, or calling 515-957-0020 today. Welcome back to the show, the header chick magnet, the CEO, whatever you want to call him. Welcome back, Josh Hegwood, to the show. How's it going, Josh?
It's going good. I'm just living life and getting ready for race season.
And you have some announcements you would like to make about 2020?
I will be first off, I'm going to be the title sponsor for the Junior Fan Club here in Knoxville full time in 2020. the money, there was a lot of people that helped me out with that. My dad and my stepmom and everybody else. There was a lot of people that was involved in that. It started out slow, and then the money came up with $250, and then it went straight from $250 up to $300. So, pretty excited about that, and can't wait to see all the kids for a junior fan club.
And then you have some team announcements for you too.
Yeah, well, I'm still waiting for Tony and Donnie to get back with me. My meeting with them went great when I was at the Chili Bowl, so I'm just waiting around for them to get back with me, and hopefully it'll be soon. Tony's got that NASCAR Hall of Fame thing going on this weekend, and hopefully I'll have my answer by after that. So the Chili Bowl was all right. Was good. I only had one car in the A main. I had 2 out of 3 in the B main. So I only had one car in the A main. So that was pretty good thing to have one car in the A main for Saturday, but. We didn't get the golden driller, but hey, that's just how it goes sometimes. You gotta, sometimes on your qualifying night, you just gotta figure it out right away or you're gonna be behind.
And then did I see you added one driver for sure right now? CB, or the 5-car change?
Yep, Brent Marks is driving that car. Brent Marks got hired to drive that car this year, so CJB is still on my team. I'm just waiting around for, like I said, waiting around for Tony to get back with me.
And then whenever Shane Stewart gets a ride too?
Maybe we'll see how that goes, but right now I'm just waiting around for Tony and Donnie to get back with me.
Then you have an outlaw team.
Yeah, that would be great if I can have shots on board. I know, because that was one of the reasons why I wanted to build an empire, because I wanted to have somebody, nothing against my other teams, but I needed somebody that can carry on the banner for my more sports and get long wins, and I think Donnie is the man for the job, and I think Tony is too. So even though Tony is works with the All Stars and everything else, but that's the way I want. That was my goal, was to have them two on board, and like I said, the meeting went great, and I'm just waiting for them to get back.
Yeah, and I'm talking about also Wayne Johnson going outlaw.
Yep. I talked to Wayne today too, so he is racing next Wednesday with the All Stars at Volusia Speedway. Then he will have Thursday off, and then he'll race Saturday, Sunday with the Outlaws.
Mm-hmm. And then Harley, I know, is going ASCS.
Yep, Matt's going back to ASCS, and Blake is going back to ASCS as well.
And you'll have a couple local teams at Knoxville, right?
Yep, I'll have a couple local teams here in town too, so it's going to be a busy season. So
Derek Hagar's in the South.
Yep, he is heading down to Florida to start off this weekend. He's leaving Sunday to go down to Florida because his season begins next week. So,
and then on the fan club, if they wanted more information, contact the racetrack.
I don't know about that part yet, but I already got my schedule put together for the fan club thing. So, but like I said, this year is going to be a fun year and it's going to be a busy year. So I'm just ready for the season to start. So.
And that will be in a couple days.
That will be next Wednesday will be start of the season. So.
And we'll talk to you later down the line too. We're sure of that.
Yep. So it was Tribal was fun. I must say. I had a blast. It was a really fun time, and hopefully I can go back to it next year. Just depends on how this season goes and see where I end up at the end of the season.
I have one more question for you for sure. Are you going to be at the March 7th event of Jamie's?
Yes. Well, it depends on if I'm going to go to, well, I hope so, but, my other guys, they want me to come down to Arizona and California, but if I skip California, then I'll be home for, that, so.
So just keep an eye on your Facebook and Twitter.
And my Instagram as well.
And in your website with my race pass, correct?
Yep.
We appreciate you coming on to break this all down.
Yep, and I got a new merchandise sponsor as well, Rooster Graphics down there in Ankeny. I will have my stuff at the racetrack this year if anybody wants to buy merchandise. I'm going to put that together as soon as I can.
Okay, I'll talk to you about that in a second when we're off air. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome, bud. I appreciate you having me on today.
Yeah. And with Josh, whenever you see him at the track, he's a good kid. Go support him. Like he said, he'll have his merchandise at the track. And what he's doing for the kids is great. That's what we need in the sport. More guys like him. Just a little side note, in case you missed it the last couple, I explained I'd never say goodbye on the show. The reason why is goodbye's forever. And that's why I do when somebody passes away that way. But as always, we appreciate you listening. This has been another edition of the Dirt Racing Podcast. As always, check out the Facebook and Twitter page for all the updates.
Thanks for listening to another edition of the Racing Podcast.